Hi, mi gente. My name is Sonora, and today I'm going to talk about how to write a successful query letter to get you a literary agent. So, if you don't already know, if you want to be traditionally published, you're going to have to get a literary agent, most likely. And in order to get a literary agent, you're going to need to write something called a query letter to send to them. A query letter, you can think of it as almost like a cover letter when you're trying to get a job. And you send it to potential agents, whoever you might want to be your agent, just like you would send to potential employers. So, the first step is going to be, of course, revising your novel, making sure that your book is in as good of shape as you can get it on your own. You don't want to query a novel that isn't ready. So, as long as your novel is ready, then this will be helpful for you. If your novel isn't ready, the best query letter in the world is not going to get you an agent. So you have to make sure your novel is as good as you can get it before you start querying. So with that disclaimer aside, this is how I formatted my query letters, and I had a 70% request rate, which is considered very high. If you get a 20% request rate, that's when you can tell that your query letter is pretty much working. But I think with my version, as long as you have a great novel, you should be able to get a little bit higher than that. The first thing you need to know is that it should not exceed 250 to 300 words. A query letter should be short and concise because an agent is going to read so many queries every day that you want to make sure that they're not getting bored. They're not tossing your query aside before they even get a chance to read it. So if they see that it's way too long, they might just not read it. I have heard of some agents doing that. So make sure it is concise, between 200 and 250 to 300 words tops. So the first paragraph is going to be your personalization piece. That is going to be where you let the agent know exactly why you want them to be your agent. If the agent has any clients that you're a fan of, you're going to say that there. You want to go above and beyond anything that you would be able to find on their website. So you want to go to who their clients are, you want to go to what kind of work they've been doing in the industry, what their sales are like, what kind of stuff they post on social media. If they have a manuscript wish list that fits your manuscript, you'll want to put it there. You can copy and paste like an MSWL tweet into your email if you want to do that. So that's how you write your personalization paragraph. Just make sure you go above and beyond what's listed on their website. You don't want to just say, I chose to query you because you represent YA fantasy and I wrote a YA fantasy, so I think we'd be a good fit. That's not enough. You want to go above and beyond so that they see you as a friend. Your entire goal in this personalization piece should be to make the agent blush. You want to make them feel special. You want to make them feel like you see them and you really want them. And once they feel that way, they will most likely want to hear more from you because you've done your research. Bookends has a great YouTube channel, and one of their videos, I can't remember which video it is, but there's a video that they have where Jessica Faust talks about when she gets flattered from a query letter, she's less likely to reject that author because she feels like they're friends. So don't lie, don't over exaggerate anything, but make sure that you're giving them enough to make them feel special, to make them feel what you really feel, why you really want them to be your agent. You have some kind of spark in you that knows why you want them to be your agent. Tell them that. Don't be afraid to give them all of that information. Let them know, like squee to them. Let them know how much you like them. So you want to go above and beyond in that personalization paragraph. Before I did personalization, the rest of the query letter was the same. When I started doing personalization like this, I went from a 40% request rate to a 70% request rate. So the personalization really does make all the difference. So the second paragraph, you're going to introduce the main character and their normal. So this is going to be like the calm before the storm. You're really just establishing what the main character has to lose. And then that third paragraph is going to be your inciting incident and the stakes. So, what is the event that sets everything into motion? What is the decision that your character has to make that will change everything? And most importantly, what happens if they fail? So the fourth paragraph is going to be your metadata. That's your title, genre, word count, age category, comp titles, all of that. So the comp titles are going to be what books you could see your book fitting next to in the bookshelves. The comparable titles should be books published in your same genre and age category within the last 3 years. So you don't want to comp to like Twilight, The Hunger Games, Harry Potter, nothing too big like that. You want to comp something that's published within the last 3 years so that the agent knows that you know the market. And then the last paragraph is going to be your author bio. So this one, don't worry too much if you don't have any experience as an author. You don't have to be previously published to have an author bio. You do need to write something about yourself though. So if you don't have any authorly experience, something you could write in there would be, what makes you qualified to write this book? Is it own voices? If you're writing, like a crime novel, were you ever a police officer, a personal investigator, or a private investigator, or whatever, a lawyer, whatever connection you have to your book will make you stand out as the author for that book. So yeah, you're just gonna state your author bio and anything that you want to state about yourself. It could be something little. You could just say like what your job is, something like that. You don't have to go into all of these credentials that you may or may not have. That's totally fine. But if you do have any previous publications, if you've ever been self-published before, anything like that, you will definitely want to put that in your author bio. So that's how to write a successful query letter. I really hope that helps. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I post videos every Wednesday. Bye.